Hello Star Wars fans and collectors, it's me Jedi Master 98 back again with another Star Wars review. In today's Star Wars review we're going to be taking up now the final Star Wars comic. It's this one, Star Wars Age of Rebellion Villains. Now this focuses on 4 villains at the front there: Boba Fett, Jabba the Hutt, Grand Moff Tarkin and Lord Vader. Now these are small stories like the others that focuses on these characters individually. And let's take a look at them right now. So at the front you've got a nice shot of Tarkin, Jabba the Hutt, Fett and Vader in action. If I turn the page, you've also got the logo, Star Wars Age of Rebellion Villains. You've got an indication of the villains and everything. And the first one we're going to start off is Grand Moff Tarkin. Now at the start it focuses on Grand Moff Tarkin as a young boy, obviously with his uncle hunting a couple of animals. We see young Tarkin get attacked by some of these creatures. I believe they're like sort of wolves and everything. You see stuff happen to him. They start biting him and digging into his skin and everything. And then moments, just move the camera down for you, sorry. There you go. Moments later we are introduced to Moff Tarkin on the Death Star. And we're introduced to the Death Star gunners who are involved and working the guns for the Death Star. We also see Grand Moff Tarkin inspect his Death Star gunners and he starts questioning what they're doing and everything, saying some of them weren't at their positions in time and everything. And he starts a fight with one of them. Hits one of them round the head and everything, takes his shirt off and says, right, well let's have it. And you see all scars and scratches on Moff Tarkin's chest and everything. It's like, right, let's have it. I'll show you who's boss and everything. Let's have a fight and everything. And you see the pair of them start fighting in the hangar, and Moff Tarkin pulls out some sort of knife and starts cutting one of these Death Star gunners and everything. And they start fighting for God knows how long and everything. We see eventually they clean themselves up. And he tells them that if your failure is not tolerated, we know what happens to people who fail the Emperor and him. And then all of a sudden it's shot to a shot in the A New Hope, where obviously Princess Leia is talking about where's the rebel base, Dantooine and everything. And obviously we know what happens next. The Death Star eventually blows up Alderaan, and obviously Princess Leia's homeworld is destroyed. We see it get blown up and everything. And then we see Tarkin question the Death Star gunners again and everything. And he puts some of them in sort of a part of the Death Star where there's an air duct and everything, and just ejects him into space. So he's not tolerating failure. And then it ends with Tarkin obviously undoing his top button of his Imperial uniform, and he sits back and says, right, well, that's me done for today. So it's kind of a nasty side, but at all costs leader that Admiral Tarkin is, and it gives you an indication on what he's like and everything. And obviously with that comic strip there, it gives you an indication that he seems like a nasty piece of work that you don't want to mess with. He wants to have orders done as possible, really. And it gives you an indication on the character there. Next up we're going to take a look at Boba Fett. This story focuses on Boba Fett in the Outer Rim, obviously tracking down a few rebels and obviously hunters and everything that he wants to get paid for. We see him on a desert planet, and obviously we see him, it obviously looks like they captured a Rebel Alliance pilot there and everything, and obviously Boba Fett's come along to collect what's rightfully his. He knows a few of them and everything, and wants to try and get the best trade and the best bounty possible for Fett. We also see him go back to the desert, see one of the characters shoot one of his allies for water and everything, and eventually Fett tracks him down and obviously shoots the one who shot the man with the beard and everything, and eventually Boba Fett goes along his way. There's one here, he eventually escapes and everything, and Boba Fett's still trying to track him down on this planet. He eventually goes to a bar and eventually locates the target, and obviously it's showing villagers and everything saying you shouldn't be here and everything. A detonator explodes, and obviously Boba Fett's sort of enemy he's after comes out of nowhere and starts trying to cause aggro and everything. He's eventually captured by Boba Fett. The villagers are very happy, and then Boba Fett goes on his way. And obviously one of the villagers states that, oh, you saved a sister of mine and everything, I'm very happy. And obviously Boba Fett, I believe, looks at the holomap and everything to see new bounty hunters coming through. And would you believe it, the brother of the sister that he rescued is obviously one of them. And as it states there, I hunt bounties, so it gives you an indication that Boba Fett isn't mucking about. He collects bounties and everything. And it also gives you a brief description on Boba Fett and everything. Next up, we're going to be taking a look now at Jabba the Hutt. Now, there's a planet in this part of the story on Canto Bight that we do see in Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, that casino planet where all the rich people go and everything. We see a couple of other characters as well. Obviously, Jabba has obviously got his fortune and everything. He's trying to make a deal with the Tusken Raiders in this one for a very specific... Oh, excuse me, I don't mean to yawn in front of... behind the camera, sorry. He's trying to help the Tusken Raiders and everything. Obviously, the Tusken Raiders are known in this comic for producing a very expensive and sort of delicate wine and everything that the Tuskens are known for. And obviously Jabba's trying to play his part and everything, and obviously Boba Fett is there and everything to try and force the situation. And these two characters here, they try to form a plan to try and get the wine from the Tusken Raiders and everything. And obviously one of the Jawas is listening to the conversation, but they don't know there's a little Imperial probe there as well listening. But obviously you can imagine a fact what could happen. Both parties could possibly meet, who knows. We see the dunes with the Tusken Raiders making their wine, and as I said, what would you know it, both sets of troops meet up, Jawas with reprogrammed battle droids and Imperial troops and officers. And obviously you know what's going to probably happen next. A shot is fired and everything, and it all kicks off. Troops and soldiers getting killed. One of the allies that wants to steal the wine gets hit. All hell breaks loose and everything. Obviously the Tuskens can see what's happening. The Tuskens eventually roll out and everything, which looks like dead stormtroopers and dead victims in there. And they eventually barge into Jabba's palace before the Gamorrean guards could get involved. And obviously they present to Jabba their wine and everything. And obviously Jabba goes off a happy slug and makes a deal with the Tuskens, really. So that's a good little insight there. Like I said, this also gives you an indication on Jabba the Hutt and everything. And the last story we're going to be taking a look at is Lord Vader. Now this focuses on Lord Vader. I'm not too sure if it's before the events of Rogue One and New Hope or just after. We see sort of an admiral barking orders at Vader and everything. And obviously we see a ship that's very similar to Darth Maul's ship from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And we just see this governor barking orders and everything. Obviously the Emperor tells him, oh, just listen to him, Vader, and everything. And Vader can't stand kneeling for people and everything. And it just gives you indication on what Palpatine wants to do. But we can see Vader's fury and everything at the sight of him not wanting to do it. And we also get flashbacks there from Star Wars Episode 1 and Star Wars Episode 3, which gives you... Oh, excuse me again, I don't know why I keep yawning. Sorry about that. Gives you an indication of what Anakin's been through. Obviously, as I said in a previous comic review, he is a fallen hero. It's not his fault. He's had a hard young life and everything. We see him as a servant, and obviously not being recognised on the Jedi Council as a master. We see his duel with Obi-Wan and also being electrocuted by Chancellor Palpatine. We also see this planet as well get attacked by Imperial troops, and Vader comes in and does all the dirty work and mops up for the Emperor. Vader returns and everything, and obviously just makes his point to this Admiral. There's more fighting in this mid-rim section and everything. Vader just causing a lot of chaos. And then they enter some sort of asteroid field and everything. But something I failed to mention, and then up until now, there's a big creature, looks like a space crab, that's sort of hunts ships and everything. And obviously the Governor's not too pleased, and Vader just says right, I'm going to kneel to you and everything, but look what prize you got waiting. And eventually him and several other Imperial officers are taken out to the deep depths of space, and everyone kneels at Vader, and Vader gets his way really, and obviously the Emperor is most pleased with Lord Vader's work. And on the last bit here, it gives you an indication, obviously Vader is, I mean we know who Darth Vader is, with his fear and just overall dominance in the galaxy really, for who he is and what he does really. And it also gives you an Age of Rebellion special as well on IG-88, the programmed assassin droid and everything. Just gives you an indication on what he is, nothing too much really for another comic book. And obviously there's some artwork of the characters involved in this comic and stuff like that, and it really gets the glimpse on what this comic book's about and everything. Now see another bit from another comic I've reviewed, and on the back an indication on another part as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Star Wars Age of Rebellion villains. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this review. I'll be back with many more Star Wars reviews very soon. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I will see you on the next one. So thank you very much for watching, have a nice day, and may the Force be with you.